Speaking of fall, we're getting ready to whip up a fall-like recipe on this Friday. That means that we're in the kitchen, the Southern Union State Community College kitchen. We're joined by one of our favorites, Stacy Little from Southern Bite. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, it's giving me fall vibes already. We got the pecans, the cinnamon. What are we making?
Yeah, we're making a buttermilk pecan coffee cake. You know, Amanda was just talking about that tease of cool air. And, you know, we start thinking about those fall flavors, rich with spices, and cinnamon is just where I go. You know, I mean, and it's in everything. It's in apple pie spice, pumpkin pie spice, all of them. So it's just a good flavor for fall. And this is super easy.
I was just going to say, what do you say for the people when they hear you want me to bake a cake from scratch?
Exactly.
That sounds intimidating.
You know me, Jasmine, and you know I like easy. So we're going to make this as easy as possible.
So what do we have in front of us?
What we're going to do is we're going to start right here. This is 3 cups of baking mix. Now, when I say baking mix, it's like Bisquick, that kind of stuff. And the reason that we start with this is this has our flour, our leavening, and some fat in it. So we don't have to worry about cutting butter or something into it. It's already done for us. So 3 cups of this. To this, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We were talking about that cinnamon flavor. And I've got 1 cup of firmly packed light brown sugar.
Love the brown sugar.
Right, we got to have that when we add that cinnamon, right? What we're going to do is we're just going to whisk these dry ingredients together.
Now, are you okay with lumps in it?
It's going to be a little lumpy just because of our brown sugar, but we're going to keep working this just a little bit. The great thing about a coffee cake in general is that you really want that streusel-y topping, and that's what we're going to do is we're fixing to make that. We're going to take about 1 cup of our dry mix here and separate it for just a second. We're going to get back to that.
Okay.
To this, we're going to add 2 eggs that we've beaten together.
2 eggs.
And about 3/4 of a cup of whole buttermilk.
Now, why buttermilk specifically?
Buttermilk has an acid in it, and an acid is going to react with the leavening that's in our baking mix to give us that rise that we want. Exactly. Once this is combined, all we're going to do is spread it into our baking dish here. We've got a 9 by 13 inch baking dish that's coated with non-stick cooking spray.
I love how fast you're moving and you make this look so easy. I have to see the finished product.
Yeah.
As soon as they told me you were making a cake from scratch, I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh, that sounds really intimidating.
Like I said, you know me, you know well enough that I'm going to make something, it's going to be super easy. All we're doing is just spreading that right in there. Now
and I can see some of the chunks in it, so it's not perfect.
It's going to be fine, I promise. Yeah,
okay.
Totally fine. All right, to this, now we've got our reserved mixture. We're going to make our crumb topping.
Ooh.
All we're going to do is this is a cup of chopped pecans.
And I hope Tyler's in there hearing you say pecan and not pecan.
Right, pecan. I'm going to use my fingers here because, you know, I'm not afraid to get messy in the kitchen, but you could use 2 forks. All we're going to do is just work this together.
Now, did you soften, melt, or anything with that butter?
The butter is room temperature. It's just going to make combining it a little bit easier. So we're just going to mix this together. The goal here is to pinch that butter into small pieces because we're creating that delicious crumb topping. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to coffee cake, you can't have too much of that streusel topping. So I like to get a lot on it.
That gives it that nice crunch that you like.
It does, right? And you've got that brown sugar. All right, what we're going to do is just sprinkle this right on the top. Our oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and this is going to bake for about 35 minutes.
Okay.
That's it.
Now, I know we call it coffee cake, but I know a lot of folks in the South eat coffee cake with a little bit of coffee in the morning for breakfast. They serve it as dessert.
Right, yeah, let me grab this. It's great for anything like that. You know, we're serving it here with berries to kind of round it out, make it a little healthier.
Make it look healthy.
That's right, right. But the great thing about this too is that it's going to last for a few days right on the counter. So you can make several breakfasts out of it. It's a great snack. You can even serve it for dessert.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go back to the oven. The oven's preheated at
350 degrees. It's going to bake for about 35 minutes. You can use the toothpick test when you stick a toothpick right in the middle and it comes out clean. It's ready to go.
Okay, so this is quick and easy. So we're moving it to the oven already.
That's right. That's right. Like I said.
I will see, Stacy. You know, I'm always a little suspicious when you come in here.
I know, but
your
hey,
perfect recipes that are so quick and easy.
I know that you've tried some of them. And
I have.
That's right. That's right.
I have. I'm a true believer. All right, well, we're going to check back in with you when you get that out of the oven.